There's so much great music out there, and so Jersey is my home.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Soarin and Scratchin. I am Eagle fan.
Oh yes, and I'm Evil Chicken.
There you go.
I, I had
Sorry,
a momentary.
he's in witness protection now, so he didn't want to say.
I've been exactly. It's house arrest. This
We
damn
are
man is driving me nuts.
And what we are going to do for you tonight is we are going to go over what we believe are the 5 best individual concert acts we have seen. By individual concert acts, we mean there may have been 4 bands performing, but the one band that was great, that's the one that stands out, and that's the one that'll be on this list. So now we're actually up to our honorable mentions now,
so to speak.
And some of these could have been on this top 5. I just
Easily
had some of them had to miss out on the cut.
Oh yeah. Oh, I hear you.
So, sir, what do you have?
All right, honorable mention. Oh goodness gracious! Please forgive me. There's so much great music out there, and well, let me just flip a coin and go with this one. June 16th, 1994, at the Spectrum in Philadelphia, a little band from Texas known as ZZ Top was playing, and George Thorogood and the Delaware Destroyers opened for them. Holy crap! It was just this evening of guitar and this was beautiful. They both Thorogood and ZZ Top have one foot in the blues, but ZZ Top has 2 feet there. Just those power chords that they use with that blues music, and that just 3 guys making that sound. What? I've been a fan since before Eliminator, but Eliminator just solidified everything. So we're going way back to the early 80s, I mean, back to Tush, back to Jesus Just Left Chicago, and then, of course, everything on Eliminator just revolutionized things. What was that, 83, I think? I don't know. But ZZ Top, if you get the chance, see them. They celebrated, I think, their 50th anniversary. 50th anniversary. And they're still worth seeing. Dave?
So
what you got on your
this one was a close one to making the cut.
Yes.
This was at the Fillmore just last year. The Struts. I thought they did a wonderful job start to finish.
Sank my battleship. Yes, they did, didn't they?
Yes. I almost didn't mention them just now. Forgot. Yeah. I said nothing. What I meant to say was disturbed at the Boardwalk Hall when I saw them a couple years ago with Kay.
I see. Oh,
well, that's her awesome. To her first concert, and Disturbed did a great job. If you get a chance to see them, which we will have later in the year.
Hope so.
At least at this point, was it September 19th or something?
I believe so. That's when the next MMRBQ was rescheduled for. Yeah, whether or not that happens, it's still.
Yeah. We would have been seeing them in 2 weeks. That's true. That's the day that's going to be depressing. Because that'll be the first one that's like, now I actually missed.
I hear you. The beautiful thing is, maybe we kept some people alive. So I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about the why we're doing it and stuff. I get all that. It's just,
I know
it hits you when you're like, ooh, now there's a few other things there. Obviously, like the furlough and stuff is hitting me, but
Yeah. That's
It is what it is at this point. So what's your next one?
you know what? What the hell? I'm gonna go with September 11th, 1991. Wachovia Spectrum. It was called the Wachovia Spectrum at the time. Guy by the name of Sting was playing. I never had the chance to see the Police. One of my all-time favorite bands. Outlandish D'Amour, one of my favorite albums. Outlandish D'Amour, of course, Synchronicity, Señora Mandata, just great stuff, especially the deep cuts. I get sick of hearing like the stuff they play on the radio. But the deep cuts, please. Oh, just amazing. Anyway, when Sting went solo, he did this jazz fusion thing going on, and I dig jazz. I love it. And Dream of the Blue Turtles is, again, another one of my favorite albums. He's the type of musician, every set changes from show to show, unless he's playing with the Police, in which he plays the hits. But every music list changes every show. And I went with my wife, and
I know where this is going.
Well, hold on a second. I love you, honey.
Sorry, everybody. We've had this discussion.
I was like, whoa, because he's changing arrangements. He's changing, like, he's a bass player. I have a thing for bass players, and because they're so close to the percussion, and they really, it's just beautiful. Anyway,
and trumpet players apparently,
or trombones. Yes.
Oh, trombone. Sorry, I couldn't remember what it was he was playing. Sorry, that goes back to our other video.
This is true. click the one before this, and you'll see it. Anyway, I thought it was great. He takes songs that like by heart, and he'll change them, and it turns it into this jazzy kind of thing. It's like, yeah, I see where you went there. I think that's cool. My wife was like, just play the damn song. And I can dig that. Because there's a lot to be said for somebody who can actually reproduce live what they play. Sting, I definitely give a pass to, only because the music that he's done, I have no doubt he could reproduce it, but he's trying things new, and that whole evolution thing is big. I like the idea when people try to move forward, and he's just got this amazing catalog. And anyway, it was a great show. Honorable mention, Sting, for me. Dave?
Okay. I guess the ball is in my court.
Indeed.
A group that may be my current favorite group going. Musically, they are amazing. Their music is written by a gentleman who I think is the best composer of our time.
Wow.
And they're fronted by a female singer who I think might be in the running for greatest of all time.
I think I know where you're going.
This is Miss Floor Jansen of Nightwish.
Good choice.
That was just an amazing show that we saw. That was at the Electric Factory when it was still called the Electric Factory in Philly.
Yes, it was.
I could watch, they played for 2 hours. I could watch them play for another 2 hours. It was just an amazing show. And this was just a close-up show where we got right up there. You could see them. You practically felt like you could reach out and touch them from where we were. And it wasn't like these shows that you see online where they have over in Europe where they're, big concerts with the fire and everything else.
Thousands of people, 10,000 people out there in the audience. No, there were. How many people were there that night?
I don't know how many people fit into there.
Between 400 and 500 people, I'd say.
I think it might have been more than that.
Oh yeah.
Remember how long that line was?
Point taken. It was cold that night.
Yes, which is why
That
we remember how long that line was.
that's a good point. Yeah. Okay. 600 people.
And
600 people.
no, I think there might have been a couple thousand people there.
Really?
That
I
holds
didn't
you.
know the Electric Factory held that many.
Yeah, I think it does. Because remember, we were still in line that long,
Yeah.
and we still were up fairly close to the stage with quite a few people behind us.
You know what, Dave? You're right. You're absolute. What a great show. Oh, Dave, you are right.
That's also where I learned it's all about perspective. Because I see those videos online of their shows in Europe, and it's like, that is amazing. You see the fire, the flames, the lights, and everything else, the fireworks, and everything else that they have. That is amazing to see. But we got to see them up close. Didn't have all those other special effects and stuff, just a screen in the background and them playing. And talking to some people online about that group, some people actually from Europe who have seen, like I've been talking to people who have seen shows like that Wacken show that you look at every video of and it's wonderful. And I'm like, man, you were there, you got to see that. And they said, well, yeah, but I was way back. You were right there. You got to see him from that close. And so as jealous as I was that they got to see that, they were jealous of me for getting to be right there with them seeing the show. So it's all about perspective.
Yes, it is. That's Dave. That's an excellent honorable mention, and it should have been on my list for some reason. I don't know. I made the list at like 4:30 in the morning. Maybe that's why. I have to agree with you though, Dave. That's an honorable mention kind of show. I can't wait to see them again, and we should definitely do it. Definitely, if they come back
They
to Philly.
were coming around in the fall. I don't know now, but they weren't coming to Philly. That's the problem. The closest they were coming to here was New York.
Not that far. I'm willing to do it.
Well, I was debating. It's all about the timing for that, though. I got to see. Like, I don't remember what day it was on, whether it was in the middle of the week or something.
Well, you know what? The timing's changed now, so who knows? We'll keep our ear to the rail on that because they would definitely be a worthy band to see again. Definitely.
Yeah. For anybody out there that's listening and doesn't know who they are a Finnish symphonic metal band that has touches of opera, touches of metal, touches of folk music. They span the gambit from one to the next. It is amazing what they're able to produce. They have a new album that just came out, and I actually have a
review of it, by the way. It's phenomenal. Excellent writing.
Oh, thank you. And that is an album that I think it was hard for me to judge because there's not that one song on there that really just jumps out at you, but the collection of the entire album and just hearing the musical style and how everything flows together and how he's able to be able to put the background vocals in and put the different changes in tempo and the changes in the music and just it makes it very dramatic and very powerful. It's an amazing album to listen to. It's something that will definitely be in my playlist for quite some time. That's cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to put a little plug in there for my album review.
No, actually, I think I mentioned it. It's hey, I can't wait to see them again. Hopefully with you. And beautiful. Oh my. So, what else do we have on the whole honorable mention thing? Is it my turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I have one more here. I guess before we get to our number ones, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, I have two more that I'd like to mention. So I'll give you yours, and then I'll.
Actually, I have two as well. I take that back. I just looked at my page. Life is Good. I mentioned this guy in my mentions list, honorable moments list rather. Um, but these were actually two piano men, face to face, actually. The face to face tour. My wife and I went to see them in February 2002. It was Billy Joel and Elton John. I'm sorry, Sir Elton John. And legend, legend to see in concert. Just amazing. Uh, if you get the chance to see a legend, take it. Because you don't know, and this is good, not to sound morose or anything, you don't know when the last time that they're going to tour is going to be. I mean, if you go back to my number two, AC/DC, you don't know um, what's going to happen. They dissolved after that. I mean, they're back, I guess. Axl Rose, whatever. but but take the chance when you get it to go out and see some live shows, not just the local stuff or the big stuff, but just go out and see some music.
Yeah.
But the legends, take that chance and go see them. Loved it, absolutely adored it. Elton John and Billy Joel.
I would have liked to have gotten tickets to see Elton John for this last concert tour
Yeah, me
until I
too.
saw that I'd have to take a mortgage out on the house to get tickets.
Damn it, I hear you.
That
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 price.
is, I'm going to get on my little soapbox for a moment here. That's why I don't like these online ticket exchange sites like StubHub
Oh
and
yeah,
SeatGeek and all that stuff, because all it becomes is legal scalping.
yeah, it's messed up. I agree with you.
I've seen
It's
so many
messed up.
times where there's a concert that has pre-sales for the tickets, which are supposed to be for the fans, the people that are in the fan groups and everything of the actual group.
Exactly.
So the pre-sale might be 2 days before the actual sale, and you go out there the day before they even go on sale, and you can see on all of those sites there's already inflated values out there for tickets on sale. So that means people went into the pre-sale, they bought it just so they could go and sell it for a scalped price. That is ridiculous that is even allowed. Why is it that somebody standing out in the parking lot can't sell you that ticket, but somebody can go online and sell you that ticket for 10 times the price?
It should be illegal. It's wrong. You're absolutely right. It's extortion, and hey. So if you get the chance to legally buy them and not from some friggin' scalpers, go for it. See the legend while you can, because you just never know.
Sorry, didn't mean to get on a soapbox there.
And I didn't mean to sound so damn morose all of a sudden. So there you go. What else you got there, Dave? Your turn.
Okay. My second to last honorable mention at the moment here was a concert we went to at the Spectrum. I don't remember if it was still, it might have been called the, well, I don't know if it was Wells Fargo, Wachovia, whatever it was back then.
Right.
A group I wouldn't have imagined I would say, but they were so musically extremely tight. They just put on a good show, and it shocked me. They're a local group, Bon Jovi.
I was shocked too. Oh my gosh, Dave. Thank you. It's 57. For some reason, they did not make my list. Thank you. No, I have to take a note of that.
Like I said, it's not somebody that I'd be like, oh, I want to go see them again. But
you know what? I got to tell you, the longer time goes on, the more respect I have for that guy. He does something called the Soul Kitchen. You're familiar with this, yes?
A little bit.
It's brilliant. He gives back to the community. Basically, he feeds people. If you can't afford it, you go in there and says, "I need a meal." He'll feed you. He does it for like a homeless population as well as people who are down on their luck. Um, and I got to tell you, I really have grown to respect him more now than I did when we were growing up. And he's, some of his music's just timeless. The newer stuff, I mean, I got to tell you, this is good. Now that you mentioned Bon Jovi, let me go off on a little bit of a tangent.
Uh-oh.
For the longest, yeah, for the longest time, I didn't write any of this down. Let's freestyle, baby. For the longest time, I was thinking, well, you know what? I'm getting near retirement age. Maybe the thing to do is to pull up stakes, move out of New Jersey. And no, I'm not doing that. I'll tell you why. During this crisis, during this time, with the quarantine, with the pandemic, and everything, I've seen how different places have handled different things, and Jersey is my home. It's the land of my fathers, and it's also the only place they call you one of their own, as Bon Jovi would say. Um, I there's something to the concept of Jersey Strong, and I can't imagine pulling up stakes and moving somewhere else. I say this all because Bon Jovi is one of those Jersey traditions, kind of like Springsteen for a different generation. Um, Maybe not as prolific, but don't get me wrong, he's still pretty damn good. And yeah, his newer stuff really speaks to me, and I really dig that. So I think that's excellent choice, Dave. I remember a sports bar there in Philadelphia too.
Yeah, your picture.
We went to a sports bar before that show, and I remember ordering a pitcher of beer and getting two glasses, and
You wanted to make me look like the alcoholic.
adventures in alcoholism. It's a it's a beautiful thing.
That was a fun day. I don't know, to this day, I don't know why we ended up getting tickets for that concert.
I'm glad we did.
Neither of us were like, we got to
show.
go see Bon Jovi, that I remember.
No, exactly. We were like, well, okay. And then we get there, and holy shit, they were, pardon my language, they were great. They were.
And we were younger guys back then, so there was also the scenery was nice.
We weren't that young. Well, wait a second.
Yeah, we were.
Good God, I don't. You see, I don't have the date down for that one. I don't know when that was. But
it was. We were probably maybe 22 tops.
No, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Huh, what do you know? Anyway, it was a fun show. It was actually a darn good show. Seriously.
So the
Yeah,
ball
Jovi,
is in your court.
I can't not love you. Wait, what?
The ball is in your court.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, if such is the case, I have one more honorable mention.
Okay, so do I.
November 10th, 2003, my wife and I went to see the 25th anniversary tour of Duran Duran. And it was with the original lineup. And okay, now that means, I have to read this, please forgive me. That means it was Simon, Nick, John, Roger, and Andy. Now, it was a great show. Andy fell off. He quit the band again after a few shows after that. Now, Mother Hen, she was a huge fan, still is. And it was a great show. I mean, we absolutely adored it. It was at the Tower Theater. I'm not sure if the Tower Theater's still there. Duran Duran, lady, you remember that?
I love that song.
See, she just said she loved that concert, and it was a great show. And that was one of the ones. At least we had a blast. We had a blast, and Yeah. Duran Duran. There you go. I said it, and I'm here to
I've
represent.
I've never seen them live, but I will admit a couple of their songs are on my guilty pleasure list.
Hey, my guilty pleasure list is loaded with Jimmy Buffett albums. Don't feel bad.
And,
Loaded.
and we know you have some Justin Bieber on there too. But no, we're not going to see him.
Look, I got this
Okay.
No.
My last honorable mention
Bring it on, baby.
is one that we were both at. It was a short concert because it was the opening act. It was the very first act to go on for that show.
Al Lover. Sorry.
We had an agreement that name would never be spoken again.
Sorry.
We don't want everyone to know how much we love that.
Sorry. I'm done. I'm going to shut up now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This was at the TLA in Philadelphia. We met this person before the show began.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know what just happened to my screen there. Sorry, it went like really weird.
No, it's good. You're good. I can still see the Beltway Bridge from your window.
On this side, like I got entirely blurry. You could see the bridge, and it looked like the bridge was like coming through my body somehow.
Oh wow. Yeah, no. Like it's like X-Men 3 with Magneto attacking. No, don't worry. You're good.
Okay. We got to meet her before the show. Wonderful personality. It was an acoustic show. She played for what, 45 minutes tops?
About that, yeah.
I could have listened to her play for another couple hours. I thought it was just a great moment of just music.
Yeah.
This was Anneke van Giersbergen.
Yep.
Even though I know it doesn't sound exactly like that. What was that?
Could you say that one more time, that name? Only because I think you just, her name just got garbled, not because of your pronunciation, but because of your microphone.
Okay. It was Anneke van Giersbergen. But I don't know that it sounds exactly like that, because I could have sworn I heard her say it one time, and I thought, that doesn't sound like I thought it meant what sounded.
She said, call me Shecky.
I just thought that was a great moment. Going into that, I had no idea what to expect. And I had even told you that I saw some videos where she does these acoustic shows that I thought, when I saw them online, I thought they look great. I'd be happy if she just came out and did that.
And that's what she did. That was a great show, man. That was a great show. Yeah, I have to echo that, Dave. I think you're absolutely right. She was brilliant. I agree. I would happily have sat there for a couple of hours just listening. Excellent choice.
Okay, so I think that gets us to our number ones. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready, Dave. I am ready.
I apologize now.
I don't know why.
You're up first.
Picture this. Crowded. Sold out crowd. It's quiet. Guitar starts. The band starts to take the stage. Drummer, guitar player, bass player. And then you hear this question asked. Do you know who I think I am? And lo and behold.
Amazing.
Metallica! No, it was not Metallica. It was the Struts. Don't listen to her. I am Iron Man! Don't listen to that. Those were the words from Luke Spiller, who is the lead singer for the Struts. And pound for pound, right now in the world, one of the greatest touring bands there is. I cannot argue this point or say this point loud enough. You need to see the Struts, and you need to go as soon as this pandemic's over. I might even take Linda.
She'd enjoy it.
She's making faces at me, Dave. Tell her to
She'd
stop.
enjoy it. If not, take her to go see In Flames.
Oh, that was awesome. That would be
Did you
great.
say Stray Cats, John?
No, that would be great. We should go see them.
Yeah, let's go see Brian Tucker.
She just mentioned, damn it, you should be on this video. She just said, oh, how about the Stray Cats? We could go see Brian Setzer. Stray Cat Strut. I was like, ooh, that'd be good. Anyway, right now we're talking about the Strut.
Now I need to add something.
Please,
you
add away.
set everything up perfectly,
I did.
but you forgot about the air raid horn.
Oh, I did. That's true. There it is.
Uncanny.
Dave, I know, it's crazy. We've seen them twice, and I really can't wait till the next time. It's basically, think of if Mick Jagger and Freddie Mercury had a love child. There you go. That would be. I stole that from somebody. I don't know exactly who, but I thought it was very accurate.
And you say,
that's
if.
Luke Stiller's vocals. Just amazing. Do you know who I think I am? Yeah, I have a pretty good idea. Pound for pound, one of the best touring bands around today. So the Struts, go see them. Oh my gosh. Awesome. Dave.
Don't second guess it. Just go. I completely agree. So I'm sorry I stepped on your toes there on that one.
You didn't step away. Step away, baby. You got permission.
But you got to bring the wife. We'll bring the wives next time.
You know what? They would dig it. Linda, you would love that, wouldn't you?
Ah,
See?
That sounded like a yes to me.
Exactly. Me too. It's amazing what sounds like a yes. Yeah, Linda should definitely be on this call. But I digress. All my cards are on the table.
Okay.
What's your number one?
Okay, you did a great job of setting up yours.
I did.
Picture a legendary band giving you a 4-hour evening of not only their music, but the music that the individual members of the band had as solo albums. The Eagles, the Hell Freezes Over tour. They started at 8 and they were done at midnight. They had no opening act.
What an amazing experience that must have been, Dave.
Very glad that we got to see them. And even though at that point in time, the friend that I went with, we were like, oh, these tickets are kind of steep. But nowadays,
Oh my God.
this was what, 94. So I think we paid like $75 for the tickets or something.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Which will get you the nosebleed seats nowadays.
If you're lucky. Linda and I actually, we had tickets, and because the concert had to be rescheduled, and we were like, well, I don't know. We needed the money for something else. God only knows. Food or rent or mortgage, some superfluous thing. And we didn't go. And I wish we did. So see the legends when you can.
my one regret.
That's Linda just stuck her head in and she said her one regret. She married me.
Okay, I think that's
Okay, she says 2 regrets now.
Okay.
Dave, tell me more about this show. So 4 hours.
It was 4 hours. They did picture every greatest hits of the Eagles, along with any of the new stuff from the Hell Freezes Over album. And then picture Don Henley's hits.
Yeah.
They did a bunch of those.
Sure.
They did some of the Joe Walsh stuff.
Sure. Glenn Fry?
Glenn Fry. So it was just, we were again, I don't know if it was called the Spectrum or whatever it was back then.
Yeah.
We were on like the first level, but almost right up to where where the stage was. So we weren't on
Right.
the floor, we were on the side, but
Gotcha.
pretty much just looking straight, down towards the stage. So we were maybe 15 rows up or so. It was great seats. Seats that, nowadays you'd be spending $150 for probably, but
A moment in time that basically the Eagles music is like a soundtrack to so many people's lives, ours included. Priceless.
yes.
I wish that I wish that Linda and I could say it. We saw Don Henley together, but but the Eagles together and the solo stuff. Oh my gosh, Joe Walsh, Life's Been Good to Me So Far. Glenn Fry, Smuggler's Blues. Oh my gosh, everything from Don Henley. Oh my gosh, Dirty Laundry.
Yep. You name it, they played it. That it was a very surreal kind of evening. Well, it had almost like a Zen kind of feel to it because
Yeah.
it's not like some of these other groups on our list where Struts, it's get up and get moving with In Flames, Avatar, it's in your face, just
Oh yeah, it
hitting you with
slaps you around, and I kind of like that. Ooh.
You've
But you
already
say,
paid for it up front, so yeah.
so you
But
say it's more Zen-like than
this was
Eagles.
just let me sit back and enjoy. They got done, and at that point, it's like they still could have gone on for a couple more hours, and I would have been standing there fine with it. So
Very cool.
that pretty much wraps it up. Anybody watching, let us know what you think of our lists. If you've seen some of these groups and you didn't think they were that good, let us know as well. Maybe we saw them on a good night.
Well, absolutely.
Or if you saw them and you loved them, let us know. Or if there's other groups we didn't mention, it probably means we didn't get to see them yet. So please let us know.
Please, indeed. We
Oh.
love going to concerts, and yeah, if there's a band out there we should see, let us know.
Yes.
We got the loot. Thank you for watching, everybody. Seriously, and stay safe, stay healthy. Wash
Social
your hands.
distance.
What he said, exactly.
Wash your hands. You have no idea where they've been.
I've seen what you do with those hands. Anyway, thank you.
Have a good evening.
Indeed.